Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I am the Revolution, and you are watching our Black Lightning pregame show. Get lit! I don't know. This show doesn't.
Do they still say that? Well,
I don't
think
know.
It was the first episode.
But does this show have a name? I don't know. I'm very sorry if I've misrepresented what this program is to anyone out there by giving it a name that it does not actually have. I do not want to misrepresent the brand of FCN at all. Did I mess up? Did I start off pretty bad? Should I keep going?
Keep going.
This is what the people want.
Get lit, baby.
Get lit, baby. Bzzz. Yeah. Crackle, crackle. Snap, snap. Well, with me is Mr. Hoketon, host of his show, The Woo Show. Coming up this week is, wait a minute, you have The Woo Show tomorrow.
Yes, we do have The Woo Show tomorrow.
The Woo Show is tomorrow, but you also have WrestleMania Sunday.
Yes.
You have a 19-hour WrestleMania Sunday.
Yeah.
A 19-hour program.
Yeah, it's going to be very disturbing how long we have to stay in the studio to deal with WWE and their foolishness.
You guys are going to deal with a lot of foolishness.
This is a lot
Notice
of
I said you guys.
Yeah, I feel like you've checked out.
I've checked out.
You said you weren't interested in the card. It's like, yeah, I think I got to travel that. You came up with some very, very exclusive ways to get out of it. Didn't you have a doctor's note or something like that?
I don't have a doctor's note. I have a doctor. I have an entire doctor. I am under his care. He literally gives me piggyback rides everywhere, so I can take him with me and verify. He shows everyone his medical license and everything like that. So it's beyond a note.
What kind of credit score you need to have your own personal doctor?
Jewish.
So I shan't have my own.
The term is none.
None.
No, pronounce it with me. None.
None.
See, you'll never win in dreidel.
I know. I knew
dreidel. I made you out of clay. So he has no idea about what we do.
No, not at all.
What my people do. So, nevertheless, first and foremost, I want to talk about this. The CW has released that they have renewed Black Lightning as well as Supergirl, Arrow, basically
the whole Arrowverse.
The whole Arrowverse.
Yeah, Flash and DC Legends of Tomorrow.
Everyone got renewed.
Yes.
And so then from that, there's now talks that Black Lightning is in the Arrowverse.
Okay, so a few weeks ago in an episode, literally when Jennifer was talking to her mother, she says, "You're not. What's her name? You're not Vixen, are you?" Who's Vixen's a character in the Arrowverse right now. Yeah. And she's like, "You're not Supergirl, are you?" I'm like, okay. Y'all just confirmed it. Y'all gave away the cake, baby.
Oh, absolutely. I completely agree with that. I think that they knew. I'm sorry. There was one of my homies out there on Twitter, Keith Jefferson. Shout out to Keith out there. Maybe we'll let him know that maybe somebody will tweet him. Let him know I just mentioned him on the show. Shout him out on the show. At Keith Jefferson. I think it's just at Keith Jefferson, but I think it's something else. But he was actually in the conversation with a young lady who was very perturbed about that. Like, I don't want Black Lightning in the mediocre Arrowverse. And you like, what do you?
Wait, what do you mean mediocre?
What are you talking about? Like they have alluded to it. It's not gonna get watered down. I don't think they're gonna change it at all. Like, Black Lightning is Black Lightning, and it is right now. This is probably on par with season 2 of Arrow.
Season
2 Arrow, second season of Arrow was real dope.
Yeah.
2 and 3 were real. The first season was really good, but the second and third seasons were really good. Arrow. The first season of Flash was real good. Second season of Flash was really good. But this, we here between you and I, Miles out there, when he came on the show, he had problems. The Reggie Mathis has had problems with the show. Was there anybody else, any staffers, any on-air talent that has had problems with Black Lightning, or is it just how many people do you know? Do you remember? Tresnay, did she have problems? Yeah. Okay, so there was some people that had problems that took exception. Oh, you don't want mediocre Black Lightning in the mediocre Arrowverse for why? See, Reggie, Reggie. So, but here's the thing, though. I think that Reggie always points this out to me, right? And we're always talking about bingeable content, and I want to admit this. I think that my biggest problem with a lot of shows, especially network television shows, episodic television programs, is I want bingeable content.
Okay.
I'm not trying to check for you week to week.
So you want it all just released and
yes,
bundle it.
Bundle it. Because thematically, it makes greater sense if you can watch 3 hours in a row than another 3-hour block. You go, like it makes a little bit more sense. And I'm gonna say this. I think when we binge Black Lightning,
it's gonna be
it's gonna be much better.
Yes.
Black Lightning, people, I think we're gonna change our tunes. Reggie has actually been binge watching. He's been rewatching all of the MCU films. And he's been giving these amazing critiques on Twitter. So, guys, if you're before you want to get into Infinity War, check out at the TheReggieMathis on Twitter, at the Reggie Mathis. He's been watching every single MCU film. He's been giving critiques, and they've been pretty spot on. I love the fact that he went back and he rated Dark World much higher than I thought he would.
Oh yeah, a lot of people hated Dark World.
A lot of people hated Dark World, and I couldn't understand why.
Yeah.
I love Dark World.
I love Dark World.
I love Dark World.
Yeah.
Dark World was like, he pointed out something though that I agreed with. When they went back to Earth in the third act, it was totally unnecessary. It was absolutely unnecessary for them to go back to Earth. So he was right there, but it's a deep cut. I think it'll play better with the kids later on. They go, nah, man, Dark World was actually dope. Malekith was a little doper than people give him credit for.
Yeah.
And then to, have these elves, like a race that we weren't expecting. We were all waiting for the Kree. We were all waiting for the Skrulls.
The returning Frost Giants.
But here, they gave us something different, you
Right.
know. And so Reggie Mathis is out there killing it on Twitter.
Has he done Iron Man 3 yet?
I want to say yes.
I'm going to have to go because I hated Iron Man 3.
The first act of Iron Man 3. I want to say this.
Oh my God.
The first act of Iron Man 3. And this was after Bane. Whom I'm gonna say this: a lot of you people out there who have no credibility hate. I did that. Very condescending. It's no need for you to.
Hey.
It's no need for you to think it. I said it. Very condescending. A lot of. I'll say it again because you kind of steamrolled over it. A lot of you people out there totally dislike Bane and The Dark Knight Rises. Dark Knight Rises is a dope film.
Yeah, you know what it was? A lot of people were so busy trying to compare Bane's character versus Joker, and it was...
No, a lot of people complained about the storyline and the bomb and Talia. And I was like, you talking about the peas and the damn carrots. Don't nobody go to no 5-star steak dinner, no Michelin 5-star steak dinner to talk about the peas and the carrots. Shut up. Bane had the dopest quotables. Bane had, listen, he had all the quotables. So, but anyway, after that, I go into Iron Man 3. And the Mandarin was poised. I was like,
I was so ready for that. I was ready for that.
He was killing it. Lesson number 1. I was like, oh my God. The Cheyenne Braves. Like he was, listen, man. He was killing it. When he talked about the fortune cookie is an American construct. Like America, it's fake, it's hollow, full of lies. This nigga is the truth. And he had that gun, and oh my God. And then they went and did something.
They went totally left. They went like they were all on the right path. I was all into it. Then they just jumped off the road. They didn't even turn left. It was just off the road. They went completely off road with Iron Man 3. And I was like, I left the theater. I remember leaving the theater so confused about what just had happened.
About what actually happened. And so upon watching these films again, I want to say this. Captain America does not have one bad film.
He doesn't. No.
Not one bad film. When we look back at this, Captain America is going to have one of the strongest trilogies in all of movie history.
Yep.
I'm saying it right now. And here's the problem. If you're going trilogy on trilogy, just films that are trilogies, I'm going to say this, ladies and gentlemen. FCN Universe, we the 5. I'm getting ready to say it. Hey, bookmark this. I want you to, there's nobody actually behind the camera to zoom in. So it's just somebody on the switcher. Listen to me, you slap asses. The Captain America trilogy is higher than The Godfather. Trilogy to trilogy.
Done and done.
That's done and done. Done and done. Godfather 3, man.
Yeah, that was.
Godfather 3.
That's got better.
It got better.
Yes.
It got better. But I will say this. Of the 3 entries, I'm going to say this. 3 Civil War is more of an Avengers movie than it is a Captain America movie. But, you know, so that's neither here nor there. So are you excited that Arrowverse is everybody's being renewed?
Yeah, I've always been an Arrowverse fan. I think what they've done with the Arrowverse, it could have been done better. I can understand in certain aspects, like creating a multiverse so you can, because of branding issues, because if we remember right, Supergirl wasn't on CW before. She was on CBS.
She was on CBS.
So I understand where y'all have to start branding her in, so you have to do certain things such as make a multiverse where it is a Superman, where it is a Supergirl. Listen, Captain Cold, he literally was that character.
Captain Cold, the truth.
With him in The Flash, I thought that them in the first season of The Flash were great. When they killed him off, I was just like, okay, well, what are we finna do here? Because he literally was the standout. You know, he was dope. He was that villain. And so just overall, just to have all these characters come back, I think it's going to bring a brand new dynamic when we finally do see Black Lightning and Thunder go towards the team.
Well, and can we talk about this for a minute? Because we still have to unpack what happened on last week's episode. We kind of have to unpack what happened there. And I think the big thing is the green light and the experiments.
Yes.
And how that will play into the larger role
in the movie
of the Arrowverse moving forward. That's very exciting. I hope that it's obviously going to be a lot of supers that come out of that.
Right. So if we look at this, right?
Yeah.
If we look at this, Vixen we know is in the Arrowverse. in the multiverse with Flash and Green Arrow.
Yeah.
Supergirl is in the multiverse where they had to run and get her. So in that world, there wasn't a big combustion explosion that gave everybody in the world powers like on the Flash. So now we have a way to start adding even more supervillains to the Supergirl universe, so we can start seeing her get beat up and on par where she's not just fighting aliens, she's fighting these humans with powers as well from the green light.
I apologize. I saw your mouth moving, but every time I heard Supergirl, everything that came out after was womp 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 womp. Yeah.
Let's see.
Yep.
Have you been watching Krypton?
Let me say this. First and foremost, whomever is over DC's television properties,
they need to get it together.
No, they got it together.
How so?
Krypton is amazing.
Well, I know. Krypton is amazing. Don't get me wrong.
Krypton is dope.
I just think they're so spread out.
That's fine though. That's fine. I don't have a problem. But that's the thing with the size and the scope of it. I mean, it feels. Can I be honest with you? It feels like DC Comics. It feels spread out. I feel like this is DC.
Okay.
On the television side, I feel like this is DC Comics.
Detective Comics on Fox.
I feel like this is huge and it's sprawling and it's all these disconnected. Listen, man, how many damn titles does Superman have? Superman at one point had, that I know, Superman at one point he had Superboy, he had Superman, he had Ventures, he had Man of Steel, he had like five, I think he had like 5 titles when I was growing up. And he was in the Justice League.
Right.
So how the hell is all this going on? And yet they try to make all this shit make sense. You know, so for me, it's always been like, you know, you take it with a grain of salt. I take the television universe with a grain of salt.
Right.
It's, as Jamie Tony says, it's fun. Fun. But it is. It's fun. I greatly enjoy watching what they do on DC's television. The film universe feels very claustrophobic. It feels like everything
is compact.
Yeah, and it's not it's not breathable. It's like silk panties. And if you don't understand lady business, silk panties aren't something that you would want to wear.
I understand.
You understand lady business?
I understand lady business.
Okay, so what kind of panties should you want to wear? Since you understand.
Everybody I know wore board shorts.
What are they made out of?
Cotton.
Cotton. There you go. Cotton. It's not about the...
Yeah, it's not about the kind. It's about the texture or the material.
There you go.
Material. Yeah,
there you
cotton.
go. Cotton's breathable. Keeps the lady business nice and neutral. Business-like. Very business. Very business. Very 9 to 5. 9 to 5. Okay. So let's move into Black Lightning.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone cares whether or not we proceed or not. Nobody watches any program that I host. I noticed that. They only watch, you know, like the basketball program. There's a basketball show that we do here. I don't know the name of it. There's some news show that happens here. I don't really care for.
We got a news show?
We have a news show. I think that's like our flagship show, one of our flagship shows.
Oh, news.
Yeah. Then there's other shows that, you know. But anytime I'm on, it is absolutely the poorest rated show on this here network. So I'm a hater.
They might binge watch it when you're not paying attention.
Hey, perhaps. So last week last week, what started it off?
So last week we see the guy that took a picture with Black Lightning before he knocked him out.
2Bits.
2Bits.
His homie 2Bits. So did it start with 2Bits?
It started with 2Bits.
So 2Bits was on the street. 2Bits was hustling, right? He was selling.
He was selling DVDs, CDs.
He was on the street. He was hustling. He's a CD man. He's a DVD man. And then he sees a kid get sold some green light.
Right.
And it was a little girl.
Little girl.
Now let me say this. Okay. I saw that scene and I was upset. Right? And I know I keep saying your generation, and I found out we're in the same generation.
Yeah.
I found out we're in the same generation. But here's the problem. Y'all didn't have self-destruction. I grew up on self-destruction. You had it for self-destruction. Self-destruction. You know the first lyrics of self-destruction?
Not even a little.
Not even a little bit.
I know KRS-One had a verse somewhere.
Yeah. And then what was another song about crack is whack? The West Coast. With Michelet. Gotta make a difference, make a change.
Over my head. Over my head.
Gotta get our head together. And then she had that soulful voice. Make a difference, make a change. And she had that stupid ass voice. But they was talking about crack too though. And then y'all little niggas is out here using drugs, man. And then they had this little black girl, and we're talking about black girls rock, and we're talking about our melanin popping, and we're doing all of this. Like, I don't mind. Let me say this. I don't mind if it was a teenager. I don't even mind if it was a 20-something. I damn sure don't mind if it was some, cracked out mom or some old black dude. Like, let it put these little kids. I didn't like what it was saying. Even though that Jefferson Pierce is, getting kids and, making a difference and stuff like that, but it still rubbed me the wrong way. It really rubbed me the wrong way seeing that little girl buy dope and then in the alleyway use dope. And if what's the name of their neighborhood? The name of their city? Freeland. If Freeland, and I'm sitting up here scared because I'm starting to get triggered, and she in this alley. And I'm like, nah, man, this ain't on the south side of Chicago. She buying dope. Somebody's running up and they gonna take advantage of this little girl. And I just started getting, real anxious.
It was really weird because when I was growing up, when I was a teen, right?
Yeah.
Screw you. Every woman I knew, every female I knew, woman I knew, they ran with pairs of trios.
Yeah.
You would never see them alone. So if you see one, you see in the other, or if you don't see all of them together, they're in a big group. So it was really strange. It's like, why is she right there by herself?
Why is she by herself in her Catholic school uniform, buying dope, getting hot? Like, it was
really weird scene. It was a very weird scene.
It rubbed me the wrong way. But nevertheless, 2Bits saw it. What I did like was that here he is, 2Bits, a dealer and a hustler, right? He sees this. He like, what the hell? And she gets triggered. Obviously,
she's a meta. Yep.
Some latent meta powers ignite in her. She looked like she was about to flame on.
Oh yeah, I noticed that.
She looked like she was about to flame on, and I was, lightweight, getting excited. And so after that, we see almost immediately, like, he's looking like, hey, what the hell? And then a van comes out of nowhere. This van, just a windowless, creepy white man, mustache, porn stash. I touch little girls, and I really touch little boys van.
Yeah.
I really did. I'm the Diddler. I'm the DC character that nobody wants to talk about, the Diddler. And I pulls up, and he grabs a little black Catholic girl.
And throws in the truck.
And 2Bits tries to stop.
Yep.
Tries to stop him. And contacts, did he contact Jefferson?
He the next morning, he went over there. He went to Jefferson's house.
Okay, so he went to Jefferson's house. Okay. So, and we obviously know that there's ASA, right?
Yep.
That came to get her or whatever, right? And so then after that, Anissa goes from a tip from Gamby.
Yep, she goes to the storage unit where they're keeping all the people that they've kidnapped, all the kids that they've kidnapped.
So they still have human beings that they've kidnapped from the 60s.
Yes.
On ice.
On ice.
And that was dope though. Like I was like,
And then it didn't look like they aged, so they're in some
it's
kind of
stasis.
Yeah.
Some type of stasis field. And you know, they invest in billions of dollars on Negroes. So that's a positive.
All this in Freeland?
All of this is in Freeland.
Wow.
All of this is in Freeland.
Place.
It's a happening town. Metahuman crack, keeping Negroes young, and people talk about black don't crack. Well, we in stasis chambers.
We're in stasis
because of super crack. So
given to us by the government.
So she goes in. Thunder goes in and she surveys the scene and she's like, yo, this is too big for me. Instead of breaking somebody out, she's like, nah, let me go get my own man.
Right.
So she goes back, and then what happens after that? Where were we at after that?
We get to the breakfast scene where she comes in and she tells Jefferson what's going on. He basically gets to breaking down to her what's been happening with Gamby, why him and Gamby's beefing, which it then goes into a scene where Jennifer is getting ready for school.
Yeah.
And he's like, nah, you got to stay home. You stay over here, you know, because now with this, like, he's been informed that they're kidnapping people again.
Right.
He's been informed by Anissa that she knows where they're keeping them.
Right.
And with her daughter, with his daughter's powers manifesting,
yeah,
I don't want you out there.
Yeah. Is that when? So when did the conversation between her and her sister happen?
After that.
So it was after that.
It was after that.
Okay. So that happened. So then where does that take us? Did she tell Jefferson that, hey, this warehouse, Gamby told me about this, and they go check out the warehouse? Is that where it took us?
After they had the conversation after the Jennifer and Anissa standoff, they went that night.
Okay, so Jennifer and this situation happened. Right?
Yes.
Okay, so they were talking, and Jennifer got frustrated, and same thing like Anissa, both their powers really escalate once they have an intense emotional reaction.
Yeah,
would you say that?
I would say that.
Okay.
And I will say that I do feel like Anissa was in the wrong. Like you're really trying to push your thoughts onto Jennifer. Like seriously, you know that she's not like that. She's still trying to figure herself out. She just quit the track team. She's having problems with Khalil, her boyfriend, and everything. Like she's trying to figure herself out as a young adult. And for
but she's not a young adult. She's a kid.
She's a kid. Yeah.
She's a kid. Yeah. She's a kid. And I think saying that to her was really harsh.
Yeah, it was
saying that like you quit everything.
Yeah.
And I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
Said you quit your crippled boyfriend. I was like, damn, son.
Right. Everybody's not a freedom fighter out here trying to destroy statues on the first day they get their powers and everything.
Yeah.
And a blonde wig.
But I love that though. I love the juxtaposition that, okay, so our father is this way doesn't mean that we're all this way, and that she might have a little bit more of her mom. Like, I don't want to do that because the mom is obviously anti
that trouble and anti-vigilante. And it was really good, point. You know, when Anissa says, this is a gift from God. She was like, and Jennifer said, how you know this ain't from the devil? I was like, boom, baby. Like, literally, you playing with fire when you keep bringing that up.
But you know what's funny, though? I love that a black show, like, you've never heard this anywhere else in the Arrowverse.
Right.
Only Negroes is going to talk about God and the devil.
Yeah, seriously.
Only a black family is going to talk about, they're going to bring the God and the devil scenario in every conversation. And it was, listen, it just, Black Lightning really reminds me of what happened in A Different World Season 2. After Ann beats was removed as the showrunner from season 1, and Debbie Allen came in to take over the reins. Dr. Cosby, Dr. William, the Honorable Dr. William H. Cosby Jr. Brought in Deborah Allen to helm his spin-off television series about his fake biracial daughter. What? Biracial. Okay. Lisa
Bonet.
Raspberry Bonet. She came in and she said, I had to make little changes. This is a HBCU.
Right.
She was like, first thing first, the weaves gotta go. Processes, the dudes, it's gotta go. She was like, I did little changes. I put hot sauce on the tables at the pit. And all of us that went to HBCUs know, like, yeah, that shit was real. Like, yeah, that's how it go, fam.
Right.
Like, you know, like we used to serve brunch on Saturdays where you could go in and get chicken and waffles and eggs and, you know what I mean? It was going down. It was going down, okay? So, Black Lightning gives us that African American, and I don't consider myself, I'm just black, right? Because I got too much going on inside of me to be like, I'm black, right? So, they give us that experience of what it means to be black here in America.
Yes.
And to have superpowers. And
Yes.
again, I hate, you know when I say this, I hate to crap on someone. I hate to crap on Jessica Jones or another property to uplift someone else. But I'm just drawing parallels here, people. This is just what I do. I'm supposed to do this. So Jessica Jones, I've said to you before, I don't know if I've said this on this program, but Jessica Jones is neither a detective show and it's
not a superhero
It's
show.
not a superhero show.
No.
They have not done either well. And they have to decide going, hey, let's make a detective show with superpowers. Or let's make a superhero show
That's a detective.
that happens to be a detective.
Right.
And this is a family drama. This happens to be a African American centered family drama that happens
To have superheroes.
to have superpowers.
Yes. Yes. I totally agree.
And I think that this is why Black Lightning is endearing and it works for a lot of people, not just people of the African diaspora.
The melanin universe.
The melanin universe. Uh-oh. See, you shouldn't have said that out loud. You said it on that. They finna, somebody gonna...
Copyright FCN 2018.
Well, you better text Trey real quick and get on that copyright. So
Producer, can you take care of that text and that?
So then after that conversation, do we go to his ex's job or do we go straight to the warehouse? Where do we go?
We go to the ex's job.
So Anissa tells the mom, like, hey, Jennifer has powers. So she gives her the MRI. She puts her in the
Actually, no. We went to the warehouse.
So we do go.
We go to the warehouse.
So they go to the warehouse. And obviously the warehouse is cleared out.
Cleared out.
It's gone.
Yeah. Anissa isn't as sneaky as
Nah.
Gamby at all.
Nah.
Whatsoever.
Nah, she think like, and then to think that like you can walk into this operation and think ain't nobody got no cameras everywhere, and just like
You just pull up the fence like
come on, fam.
you ain't never heard of a silent alarm.
Come on, fam.
What
you got Negroes and Negresses on stasis and contraptions that cost more than your life, and you think they ain't got no camera?
And here's the thing.
Yeah, tell me about that thing.
This is a warehouse full of metahumans.
Potential
metahumans.
Yeah.
If they come out of stasis, have a shop such as Anissa or Jennifer,
Yeah.
and all of their powers manifest, you got a bunch of meta. You know, you have a bunch of these powers manifest. Y'all not equipped to take care of that.
She's not equipped. So they're in there, and then what happens? They get attacked by some goons. Now here's the thing. Black Lightning is doing all kind of shit that you like, wait a minute, so you can do force fields now, fam, that can stop bullets?
But it makes sense.
But why wouldn't you? No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. Electricity he cannot generate anything of that type of power to slow down a projectile.
So it was explained. So he pre-explained it. Most of the stuff that he's doing now that he wasn't doing 9 years ago is because of the suit is able to help him control his powers more.
Okay. Physics does not allow you to rewrite.
He a Omega level Newton, baby.
Yeah,
what are we supposed to do?
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, that's not how physics works.
I am not a scientist.
Science, bitch! So, they had some dope teamwork. I like what they did together to defeat the armed goons.
Yeah. Shout out. I want to give a shout out to the armed goon that just seen his partner get thrown across the room and he decides to just try to tackle Anissa. Like, that wasn't a smart idea at all.
Well, can I be honest with you? I'm going to be that guy that's going to tackle her.
Really?
Yeah. Because if I'm tackling her, I'm touching her.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm copping feels.
So
we're not moving on. We're finna stay right here. We gonna stay right here.
We didn't talk about silk panties.
Anytime girls wanted to fight me, I'm like, bring it.
Okay.
Bring it. And I don't fight back. I'm just copping feels. I'm just copping feels.
So you're not a machinist.
I don't know what any of these words mean. I don't know what any of these words mean. I don't know what any of these words mean. My degree is candle making. I'm an idiot.
You're very lewd.
I don't think it's lewd, but it's crass. I'm boorish.
I see.
I'm rather boorish.
I like that.
I'm grabbing them. I'm grabbing cakes. I'm grabbing.
Bop
you fight
it.
me. Yeah.
Bop it.
Yeah.
Flick it. Twist it.
That's me. Punch it. Kick it. Grab it. Squeeze it. That's what I'm doing. You gonna beat me up? I'm grabbing cakes. So I think I beat up about a few girls. If you can't tell, then can you tell?
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
we all have.
Yeah. I think I've said it before on the program. Nakia Barksdale beat me up. Nakia Barksdale, and I want to address this because there's a lot of people that's watching us now that know us and know our past. So Nakia Barksdale beat me up, and Nakia Barksdale not only kicked my ass, but she broke my heart. Nakia broke my heart.
How'd she break your heart?
Because I had the biggest crush on Nakia Barksdale.
And when she beat you up, it broke your heart?
Oh, she beat the shit out of me. She beat the brakes off of me.
What's the reason for her beat the brakes off you?
I was a very annoying, obnoxious kid. Well, wait, you laugh because why? Tell me why you laugh. Because, let me hear why. That's it? That was it? Oh, okay.
Looking back, you may have deserved it.
No, of course I deserved it. I absolutely deserved it. But I remember like it was yesterday. So I was at her house, I was on the bike, and I just think she just wasn't being about. And I can't remember what I legitimately can't remember what I did or what I said. But I think I was trying to be clever or something, and she just wasn't having it that day. And when I tell you, she dusted my ass. Listen, man, you ever when you go to the chicken spot. And they fry the chicken. You like a chicken fried hard, right?
Yeah, of course.
And they put the fries in it. And they put the lemon pepper dust on it, right? You like put a little extra on that. She put a little extra lemon pepper dust. She lemon pepper dusted my ass. Nakia Barksdale.
Wow.
And we cool to this day.
Hey, when you get that ass whoop, you gotta be cool.
You
gotta be cool.
And I went out with no dignity after that. Like I was like hurt. I didn't like get hurt because I got beat up. I was hurt because I liked her. Like I was like really into the kid because she was really smart. And the conversation was like I never thought like lustfully like ooh boobies like because I didn't even fill her up as I was getting beat up. I liked her that much. I liked her that much.
You didn't objectify her.
I didn't objectify her. Like I didn't. She was smart. She was very intelligent, and she still is to this day. Gorgeous woman, and I'm talking like old school. Step back. She leaned back. she leaned back. When I listen, man, listen. The kid Barksdale, she whooped me while I was on my bike still. So I'm getting beat up. I'm getting the combo. I'm getting a Killer Instinct combo on my bike. She's like, bah, 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 bah. I was like,
She lined you up.
She got me crispy.
Yeah.
I walked up, I was like, ooh. Man, she faded me. That was probably the biggest L in my life. That was probably the biggest L in my life, getting beat up by the kid Barksdale.
Oh, man.
Whoa! I was about to die. Again, the kid Barksdale beat me up.
Yeah. Just thinking about you, put the final destination on you.
Put the final destination on me, man. But yeah, so where were we at when we were talking about that?
We go to the MRI.
So we go to the MRI. So mom is using, she's misappropriating equipment after hours, which is a fireable offense. So she does not own this hospital. She does not own, so she's in here misappropriating equipment.
You gonna tell?
I am a snitch.
Huh.
I'm snitching.
Okay.
I'm snitching. So that's what's happening. So she put her kids in the MRI, okay, that I gotta pay for. That I just had to pay for an MRI. But she out here though, giving free MRIs.
Well, I mean,
They
might be Jewish. They mom, they doctor. You walk around with a doctor, they walk around with a doctor.
Okay. I can see that. Check. Okay. So then where we go after that?
We find out that in comparison to Jefferson, Jefferson would be a battery. Jennifer would be a generator. So
she's out here pushing out pure energy.
Okay. So Jefferson can channel energy. Jefferson can channel energy. She can create her own energy.
Yeah. So that's gonna be a lot of power moving forward.
Yes.
That's a lot of power moving forward. Okay. So I kind of want to get to like my favorite. Yes, it's my favorite scene. My favorite scene. Lala's back.
Yes.
Right. And so Lala is hanging out in Club 100. Right. He's taking over the 100.
He's the big boss.
Right, because Tobias is
MIA.
He's MIA. We don't know where he is. And Lala's back. And Lala's still playing his crazy Negro routine.
Yeah.
Reading books and talking to dead people, right?
Yep.
And so his cronies is over there checking it out. And then he tells them like, hey, we finna go back to
regular coke and weed.
And they like, what? Nah, man, they out here want green light. And dude tried to,
He tried him.
He tried him. Lala was like, oh, okay. He was like, what? Snatched his
Mortal Kombat.
He pulled his whole ear off, fam.
Mortal Kombat, the man.
He pulled his whole ear off. And then when dude pulled on him, he took his piece and shot him. Like, Lala was cold-blooded, man.
Yes. Like, literally, I sat there with that. I was like, okay. Do we got Cottonmouth going on? We got Cottonmouth here?
I'm going to be very honest with you. I was like, I like Lala.
Yes.
I was like, I like Lala. And it wasn't because of the gratuitous violence. It had nothing to do with the gratuitous violence, right? Somewhat. But I just feel like that his story arc is going to go somewhere. It's interesting.
It's interesting because
with these phantoms talking to
that
him.
He's killed. Phantoms that he's killed.
Yeah.
The tattoos popping up on his body.
Yeah.
And his intensity. Like, the guy who's playing him, his focus is amazing.
It is really good.
It's amazing.
I'm thank you for saying that. That's a very great observation. I'm just liking everything he's doing with the character.
Yes.
I'm liking what he's doing with the character, and I'm liking the scenes with Lala. So Lala goes to talk to some silky-haired white man who's his connect.
Mm-hmm.
The white boy is the connect. And the white boy was like, fam, I ain't seen you in
I heard you was
forever
dead.
ago.
Right.
And now you trying to cop like major keys? Trying to get major keys off me?
Major keys alert.
Sounds like a setup. Sounds like a setup. And he's like, nah, it ain't no setup. And so then he ends up getting the birds.
Mm-hmm.
Put them things out there. Then another dummy triumph. Right?
Mm-hmm.
And then what happened there?
He goes up to him like, pull a trigger. Dude tries twice. Gun jams. Takes the gun from him and says, if I see you in Freeland ever again, I'm going to kill you with my own hands.
Yeah, that was dope.
And the Phantom was sitting there like, how'd you know the gun was go jail? I didn't. Okay, Lala. Gangster. Like that was it. I was sitting there like, okay, I don't know what's going on, but I'm buying into this. Whatever it is, got you thinking that you Superman, I'm into it.
So that was my favorite. That was one of my favorite scenes.
Yes.
Then, so we fast forward really quickly that Gambi gets kidnapped by
ASA,
the white dude. What did we say his name was off of Scandal? What was his name?
The big oil rig.
Yeah, the oil baron tycoon. So he gets kidnapped, and they said, "Go get Pierce." He says, "Go get Pierce,"
because Gambi don't want to talk.
He said, "Go get Pierce because I need to find out who Black Lightning is." Right. So Pierce, he goes get him. He got the little dude who sprayed his daughter with the water gun for
Malik.
Huh? Hollis Doyle. Thank you, Hollis Doyle. It's Christmas time in Hollis Doyle. Yeah. So yeah. What happened after that?
They go in there. They grab Pierce, which he gives a homework assignment to the little boy.
Yeah, he like, hey, fam, get up out of here. Read this Langston Hughes, my nigga. They trying to kill me. They gonna kill me. Help! Send the Navy. Do something.
Yeah. And he goes with them. We get there to the warehouse.
Yeah.
He sees Gambi beaten up. Mm-hmm. Like, they had Gambi is lumped. I ain't seen her out of that swole in a long time.
Nakia Barksdale
yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
he looked like Nakia Barksdale. Gave him
the meanest hook in the Midwest.
Ooh.
And
yeah.
So Black Lightning takes he tries not to activate his powers so they'll see, because of course there's cameras there. He activates it enough where he can channel the energy to go down. Gambi jumps up, kills both guys. He helps Gambi out. So I thought that was a really good reconciling scene.
Yeah, I think so too. That he was like, "Oh wow, you didn't give me up."
Right.
You didn't give me up, and he was like, "Okay, so Gambi is on my side."
Right.
That he took this ass whooping, he took this L for me. Maybe someday Nakia will see the same thing. Maybe she'll be like, "Man," maybe she'll watch this program and
y'all
she'll
reconcile.
be like, I don't know about reconciliation because we're still friends. I mean, it's not like we're not friends.
Has she ever apologized for whooping your ass?
No. I never asked for it. Because I'm sure I deserved it. I'm sure I deserved it because I was just a little weirdo, man. I was a little. Look at this. This is me. I was probably weird.
That's not weird.
This is weird, fam. This is weird. This is weird. I mean, and I just wasn't. I wasn't cool. I'm still not cool though. So, you know what I mean? But I liked her, and she beat me up.
Yeah.
So, but we cool. We talked though.
Yeah.
We talked. Good people. She good people. I don't hold no ill will to her.
She ain't had you as one of her cronies afterwards?
No, I wasn't a footie.
You wasn't a footie?
No, I wasn't a footie. Nah, because we was at two different schools at that point.
Ah, okay. So it's not like it got back to your school she had.
Well, the funny thing was she left my school. So she left Emerson. she left. And so then she went to regular school. Do you remember Nakia Barksdale?
No, I don't remember shit.
Okay. I'll show you who she. Maybe I'll see her.
I will remember her face.
Okay. Yeah, real fair complexion. She was a sweetheart. She had them hands. She had them toolies.
It's always the sweet, kind ones that got them hands.
They got them.
They
hands.
got them hands.
Got them hands. She's got them. Hands of God. She's got them. She's got them.
Yeah.
12-piece bucket.
With a biscuit?
Oh no, it's six biscuits.
6 biscuits.
2 liter of
Oh,
Pepsi.
you can feed a whole family off this.
I'm trying to tell you,
Mm.
my ancestors felt that ass whooping.
We shouldn't have passed them genetics now.
My ancestors felt that ass whooping. So speaking of feeling the ass whooping, Gamby passed out. Black Lightning moved on. So let's fast forward to the ending of this, and we see Hollis Doyle is talking to none other. What is her name, man? What is that?
What's
Miss
her-
Brickabooty.
What we call her? Snitch. Traitor.
Miss Bad Booty. Miss
Alien
Booty
forehead.
Cakes. Miss Booty Cakes. What's her name, man? What's Booty Cakes' name, man?
I don't
What is
know.
y'all doing? How come ain't nobody prepping my show, man? What's Booty Cakes' name?
I forgot her name.
Not Peter Esposito. Oh no, it's Peter Esposito. What's the vice principal name?
Yeah, profile.
Profile.
She's working with ASS. Did you see that twist coming? You don't like it? Tell me why you don't like it. You don't like it. You don't like it.
So you got all these white guys, So my thing is, it's like I don't like a big white guy controlling these black women. You had Lady Eve under him. You had
Ugh.
it pissed me off. It pissed me off because I'm like, oh, Henderson's straight, Jefferson's straight. We ain't got no big black guy that's in power that's working with the ASA. Like the white guy gotta keep bullying the black women.
Ooh, that's an interesting dynamic though, that they're stealing children and they're doing all of these experimentation, and yet it's happening under the watch
Of black women.
I'm gonna let that go.
Miss Foudy. Miss Faulty.
Miss
Fake.
Foudy's Bowdy. Foudy.
Man.
Oh, she Bowdy that ASS. Oh, she got a power booty. That's that power booty. So what do you think happens moving forward?
Dynamic.
Yeah.
The dynamic changes. Because basically we know that we could say that she's the one that's been scouting the kids. Even Gamby said there's somebody scouting these kids. So now Jefferson know to be on the lookout for it. Okay, you start watching that, seeing that it's the Freeland High. What's the name of his school? Midtown High. What?
I don't know.
Whatever. It's his school's kids that keep getting kidnapped.
Yeah.
So then he's gonna start noticing.
Oh yeah. I didn't even put 2 and 2 together. So it's funny, like a show like this where you kind of get swept away and you're not looking for the crime, the mystery crime elements.
Mm-hmm.
There are some in there, and I'm not looking for it. So now that I know that it's there, then I haven't just really zeroed in on that aspect of the show yet.
Because we have to look at, remember, it was a young black boy that Jefferson had to shock in the bathroom. And he got expelled.
Yeah,
so we don't know what happened to him. I think that she may have.
No, he didn't get expelled.
He didn't get expelled.
Remember, the father came.
Oh, yeah, because of the board and all that great stuff.
The board wanted
him to give up all that power.
Oh, right. But wait, didn't she have something to do with that? Oh, snap. Wait a minute. Now, see, listen, that rewatch
is going to be dope.
It's going to be dope. I can't wait to hurry up and see this end so I can get to the rewatch. I want to get to the rewatch so I can kind of binge it and get through it. So, okay. Any big thing? Like, do you think Jennifer is going to have to use her powers in the next episode?
Depends.
Depends.
We haven't heard Khalil mentioned for like 2 episodes. Now he gets mentioned the last episode, so maybe he'll be popping up. If he does, we're gonna finally see what Tobias did with him, and I think it's gonna come down to her because, as we seen in the preview, Jefferson gets arrested. So now we're gonna have Anissa and Jennifer maybe have to step up in order to get him out. That way, you know, we could be like, Jefferson's not Black Lightning. So-and-so is black. There's another Black Lightning because then Jefferson's locked up. She's able to use her lightning powers to imitate like he's there and might be able to, you know, maintain his secret identity.
Okay. So let me ask you this question. Do you think Lala is one of the original kids that's a meta? Do you think he's a meta?
I think he is.
I do too.
I think he is. I don't quite know what his power is.
Well, I'm gonna say he has some type of regenerative ability, some type of healing factor.
Phantasm or something like that.
I think he has some form of healing factor, and because it's interesting that he comes back after this. But I think he's some form of meta. I don't think that they're gonna introduce any type of mysticism in the show like that serves no purpose at this point.
Yeah, I mean, we also gotta take in mind they tried to stay away from mysticism as long as possible with Arrow. You know, a lot of stuff that they was doing in Arrow, they didn't get into it with mysticism until like season 3, season 4.
Yeah.
So
I like Daredevil and that stupid ass The Hand. I want to say this. I'm dead serious. I almost hate karate. I hate martial arts now. I hate it.
Hey, you can't disrespect the immortal arm fist. Oh, the protector of Kung Lao.
Man, that white boy with that Justin Timberlake perm pissed me off, man. That show was awful, man. But Daredevil wasn't great. Like I'm tired of The Hand, man. I'm tired of it. I don't want to see.
Is that still a thing now?
It's still. Listen, I don't want to see Asians run around kicking people no more. Just tell a story. Yeah. Like, have them do something else. Like, do something else, man. Like, they can do a whole lot of other stuff besides kick people. You know what Asian movie I love the most because it, even though that was something in there, but Big Trouble in Little China. Remember his homeboy? He didn't even really do. He had guns and shit, man, and it was funny. It's one of my favorite Asian leads out there, but I almost hate martial arts because it's just like, oh my god, it is such a tired trope. Like, that's why I love Blade 1 when he was fighting them. Yeah. Remember, he was using like different holds and techniques, and he put that one dude, that dummy, in that suplex. Remember, he suplexed that dummy, and so I was like, oh, that's dope. Let me see. Moving forward, any major deaths? Do you think Gambi dies?
Nah, they're
not killing his Alfred.
Gambi, I honestly believe Gambi is gonna be next season. He's gonna be the way that you start incorporating Black Lightning into the Arrowverse. Yeah. With his connections or something. I think that's what's gonna happen. So Gambi don't die.
I hope they don't jump the shark too soon with that. I like keep making the illusions. I don't want them to jump the shark so soon with that. I really don't want them to expand into their world until season 4.
Really?
Yeah. They don't need to, because here's what's gonna happen. They're gonna deal the same thing that happened in Flash with their metas, and they're getting ready to have their hands full with a bunch of meta humans running around freely. And we can have that story arc, and then Lady Eve can come back to life, because if your boy came back to life, she can come back to life, and Tobias is somewhere around at large, so I don't see why he couldn't come back. So I think that for the first 3 seasons, we don't need any. Yeah, we don't need any BS.
We can, like you just said, with Tobias in the wind, the big bad guy now is the ASF. ASA.
Yeah.
You can always bring Tobias back next season.
No, he's gonna show up.
Of course, he's gonna show up, but
he's gonna show up, and yeah. So okay,
it's a lot of things. You already have a lot of time to spare and villains to spare, and people can come into power.
Right.
Things of that sort. Because I really feel like the board, the school board, is working under the ASA in some way, form, or fashion.
Yeah, in some way, shape, form, fashion.
Yeah,
okay.
so
that's a great point. Okay, so tell everybody about your show tomorrow.
Hey, so tomorrow we have the Woo Show, the last show before WrestleMania. Which anybody know about wrestling, that is it's 365 days. Wrestling, it runs from WrestleMania to WrestleMania. We're gonna be discussing the FCN Dirty Dozen, which is our power ranking, and we're also going to be doing a Twitter talks with T-Shat Talks, who we're gonna sit there and break down everything that you need to know wrestling for WrestleMania beforehand. So you guys got to tune into it.
Okay, all right, thank you. Thank you for being my co-host for these last several episodes of the program. I think you'll be back next week. Hopefully, we'll check that out. I am the Revolution, everyone. You've been watching the Fifth Column Network. Check us out on our website for more content, all the content that you can stand to see other people besides myself entertain you in sports and politics and news, lifestyle. We have a relationship show. We have a young lady, pinup beauty, that does fashion. We have a fashion blogger on FCN 4 now. Is doing fashion and beauty tips. So yeah, that's pretty awesome, right?
That's why I'm so moisturized lately.
No, that's not why. The Reggie Mathis is why you're moisturized now. Yeah. The Woo Show is on FCN 2. TBT, True Baller Thursday, is on FCN 2. Prime News is on FCN 1. The Sunday edition is on FCN 1. This show is on FCN 5. We the Dead is on FCN 5. The Wind Down with Starla K. Mathis that comes on Thursdays, which is like our most packed day of programming.
Yes.
So stick around. Tomorrow's the Woo Show, and I think that's it tomorrow.
That's
right?
it.
I think it's just the Woo Show.
Yeah, just the Woo Show.
And it's going to be a pretty big show tomorrow.
It's going to be a pretty big show tomorrow.
Okay, so everyone that's into pretty big show. It's going to be a pretty big show tomorrow. So if you guys are into all things WWE, make sure that you tune in for Hulky Tone, T-Shack Talks. Will Sonian won't be in, right?
He won't be on.
But they'll be on.
The champ will be here Sunday.
Yes. For the entire 7-hour WrestleMania broadcast.
15 something like that.
Yeah. Okay. Well, this has been the Black Lightning pregame show hosted by yours truly, the Revolution. Thank you so much for joining us, and make sure you check us out on all our social media platforms, where you can find us on YouTube, the Fifth Column Network, Facebook. You can find us as well, where you're probably watching us here now, streaming, talking. Oh, I have a couple comments here real quick. Reggie Mathis said, you don't want mediocre Black Lightning in the mediocre Arrowverse? For why? I can hear his voice saying that. And then the first and midway through the second act of Iron Man 3 was on its way to being something amazing. It literally jumped off of a cliff. It sure did. And speaking of jumping off a cliff, I am about to jump off of an effing cliff because of what's happening outside of the studio. I am losing my good goddamn mind. Thank you for joining us. I am the Revolution.
Okay,
Take care.